There we go. That's better. It's been on mute the whole time and I didn't even know it. Maybe I should. Why don't you test your audio before you start? Might be a good idea. Instead of speaking to the microphone, test your audio. Hello. Hello. Yaha. Then I witnessed in heaven an event of great significance. I saw a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon beneath her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. So, right there, if we're going for a visual, this is definitely a visual. I saw a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon beneath her feet, and the crown of 12 stars on her head. She was pregnant, and she cried, awaited her delivery. Suddenly, I witnessed in heaven another significant event. I saw a large red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns, with 7 crowns on his head. His tail dragged down 1/3 of the stars, which he threw to the earth. He stood before the woman as she was about to give her child, ready to devour the baby as soon as it was born. She gave birth to a boy who was to rule all nations with an iron rod. And the child was snatched away from the dragon and was caught up to God and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where God had prepared a place to give her care for 1,260 days. Then there was war in heaven. Michael and the angels under his command fought the dragon and his angels. And the dragon lost the battle and was forced out of heaven. This great dragon, the ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, the one deceiving the whole world, was thrown down to the earth with all his angels. Then I heard a loud voice shouting across the heavens, "It has happened at last, the salvation and power and kingdom of our God and the authority of his Christ. For the accuser has been thrown down to earth, the one who accused our brothers and sisters before our God day and night. And they have defeated him by testimony, and they were not afraid to die. Rejoice, O heavens, and you who live in the heavens, rejoice. But terror will come on the earth and the sea. For the devil has come down to you in great anger, and he knows that his time is short." And when the dragon realized that he had been thrown down to the earth, he pursued the woman who had given birth to the child. She was given 2 wings like those of a great eagle, her to fly to a place prepared for her in the wilderness, where she would be cared for and protected from the dragon for a time and a half. Then the dragon tried to drown the woman with a flood of water that flowed from its mouth, but the earth helped her by opening its mouth and swallowing the river that gushed out from the mouth of the dragon. Then the dragon became angry at the woman, and he declared war against the rest of her children, all who keep God's commandments and confess that they belong to Jesus. So does that make any sense? It may or may not make any sense. You'd have to interpret that. You'd have to be able to interpret how all that is going on back then and how that's going on today. I'm going to do more what I can do because I don't really understand all that myself. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more digging on that. So what went on the weekend? Today, looked after my brother's place yesterday, and the dogs and the chickens and the cat, all that kind of stuff, which was kind of fun. And did skating skills this morning with the kids. That was even more fun. They're getting better every time they go out. So they're just beginners. They're 5 to 9, I think. This group, ages 5 to 9, and they're like, with good instruction, they get better. And it's a structured environment, and there's a little bit of competition going on, so they get better and better every time. Their confidence builds, their self-esteem builds, and you just keep encouraging them, and they get better. It's awesome. So next weekend, skating skills again, Sunday, 10 o'clock. Bring your kids out to Redwood Meadows outdoor rink, and we can get her going. Did the home watch today, looking after a property also. Made sure that's all looked after and well. And now MDM shows in its 138th episode, 138 days in a row. It's going to be a short one. Bible readings. We finished the whole entire, almost finished New Testament. Again, and I didn't read line for line in each book it's Mark, Luke, and John, the book of Acts, the book of Romans, and so on and so forth, which I've talked about every single day. So we have to continue. I'm going to go over it again, and then you go over it again, and then you go over it again, and discussed money yesterday. I got all these books on money. Is money a good thing or it's bad? It's a bad thing. I believe that we need money to be able to get things done. You need money to be able to pay for things. So money shouldn't be looked upon as bad. Can examine your life, how you look at money. How you look at money is going to have a direct correlation with your relationship with money. So if you're depending on your mindset, how this thing up here is kind of like working, how your mind's working, how your heart's working. It's just not, your heart's not just working to pump blood. Your heart's just not working to pump blood to the rest of your body. When we talk about your heart condition, it talks about your heart. Do you have heart? Are you kind? Are you caring? It's almost like the fruits of the Spirit in the Bible. The fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, long suffering, forbearance, and self control. So that's heart. That's your heart. Heartfelt. Are you kind? Are you caring? Are you sympathetic, empathetic of other people? Do you truly care for others? And so on and so forth. So again, I'm going to keep this short. It's we're almost 12 minutes in already. Set some goals. Make sure you organize tonight for tomorrow, whatever you got going on tomorrow, instead of running around in the morning. Get your lunch ready if you got to take a lunch. Get your homework ready. Get your books ready. Get your clothes ready. Get everything ready. Clean up a little bit. You can relax for the rest of the evening. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit more reading on here. Relax and get ready for the week ahead. Again, mindset. What are you programming into your head? What are you programming into your mind? Are you programming good programming, or are you putting a bunch of viruses into your head? Are you putting a whole bunch of viruses into your head, or are you doing good programming? You need to have encouragement. You got to remember there's negative and positive. We can't avoid or kind of ignore the negative things that are going on, but you want to focus on the things that are going to move you forward in your life. So if you're continually whining and complaining and bitching and moaning and groaning, there's not going to be many people that are going to be wanting to be around you for any given period of time. But if you're uplifting, you're encouraging, you're giving, you're happy, you're joyful, you're smiling, you're a joy to be around, you're happy go lucky, then that's going to be a little bit more of a magnetic character that you would want to exude. So like attracts like. If you're negative, misery loves company, all these different types of sayings, they're true. So if you're continually positive and you're happy and you're like upbeat and you have visions for this and you want to get this done, and you just keep that you down. So just keep that up, keep doing good, keep the good attitude, because attitude is everything in everything that we do. If you have a good upbeat attitude, people are going to try to cut you down. They're going to try to say, you can't do that. We've done this. I've been doing this forever. This is the way we've always done it, but there's always better ways to do it. Growing. If you remain small, if you put a ceiling on someone's growth, you put a roof on someone's growth, they can't get above that the roof. They get grow. It's like Jack and the Beanstalk. That's a good one. Haven't heard that one for a while. Jack and the Beanstalk. So if there was like a ceiling of how that beanstalk can grow, it would just keep hitting the ceiling. But if you open the ceiling up, the beanstalk shoots right up and it's able to grow. Just like us as human beings, we have unlimited growth. We can continue to grow, but if someone puts a ceiling on our growth, you stop right here. It's like I want to. So you got to break open that box and then grow out of the box. We talk about thinking outside the box. Well, there should even be a box to think inside of to begin with, I always like to say. So if someone says think outside the box, well, there shouldn't even have been a box to think in to begin with, because it's creativity, unlimited creativity. You can think of whatever you can think of and do whatever you need to do to get to where you need to get. And don't let somebody put you in their little compartmentalized box, because there shouldn't have even been a box to begin with to think outside of. Someone says, "Why don't you think outside the box?" And then you can answer to them, "Well, who even told you there was a box to think outside of?" It's like you can think of as high as you want to think to begin with. So the box didn't even exist to begin with. So someone had to cage you first to think that in the box thinking, the box never existed. So whoever created the box to cage you your thinking, um, that's probably the issue. The box doesn't exist, so you can think as far out as you want, and that's fine. So I'm going to end it there tonight. I'm not going to go into any too depth, which is fine. So you can think about that. Keep thinking. Keep exercising your mind, and then when you're thinking, you don't want to be thinking too much when you go to bed. You want to kind of like woo-sa. You want to kind of empty all your thoughts out, because if your mind's going 100 miles an hour while you're sleeping, you're not going to be able to sleep. So you have to be able to like rest. And if you during the course of your days, again, if you're finding you're unable to sleep, what if you totally like do a whole Dave, you can pre-exhaust yourself. If you're exhausted and you spent all your energy that you can possibly spend during the course of a day, then you'll be like exhausted and you should be able to fall asleep. However, if you're complaining and whining and moaning and bitching and like gossiping and talking about, which this is what the majority of people do, they talk about these people, they talk about these people, and they talk because their lives aren't that interesting. So they have to talk about everybody else's life, right? So if they're talking about you, let them talk about you. I know they're talking about me. Everybody likes to talk about me. That's fine. That's quite fine. They can talk about me as much as you want. Don't quite bother me that much at all now, does it? Whether you're talking negative, whether you're talking bad, it's all mostly no one likes to talk to me directly because it's could be a little bit too scary, the answers that they might get. However, I'm pretty open. You're allowed to say whatever you want. You're allowed to have your opinion. You're allowed to have your opinion about what I'm saying, and I'm allowed to have what you're saying, and that's fine. So yeah, guests on the show. If you want to be a guest on the show, we're looking for guests on the show. I'm going to have to continue to look for that again. My procrastination again, I haven't sent out those emails or those messages to people. Oh, we can book you in. I might start with one guest a week to see how that works, and then we can get more guests on the show. If you're afraid to talk in front of the camera, then you're probably not the right person to be on the show. Or maybe you need to be on the show so you can break yourself out of that proverbial box that we're talking about, because it's a little scary if you're sitting inside that box. Break yourself out of that box. And if you want to be on live TV, this is now your opportunity to be on the MDM show. You can talk about whatever you want. You're allowed to be yourself. You don't have to dress up. You can wear sunglasses on the show if you want. That's fine too. You can wear a hat. You can do your hair. I don't have too much hair to do, so it doesn't take me long to do my hair. So again, it's free flowing. You can speak however you want. You can talk however you want. If you want to swear, you can swear if you like. You can speak whatever speech you want. You can, again, whatever kind of human being you are, it doesn't matter. If you want to identify as a gate, if you want to identify as like sometimes you're a guy, sometimes you're a girl, sometimes you're three of those in one, that's fine. We can have you on the show and we can get your opinion as to why you think that, or why that's good, or what your beliefs are, your life. That's quite fine and Danny, doesn't really matter. It's quite fine and Danny doesn't really matter. Quite fine and Danny doesn't really matter. All right. So here we go, folks. This is the end of the MDM show, episode 138, season 2. I'm Coach Mike. We're going to bid you farewell tonight. It was kind of a small episode tonight. Only 20 minutes. We're used to going on for about an hour or so, 45 minutes to an hour. 20 minutes seems like I just got started, but we're going to leave it at that tonight. Hope everybody had an excellent weekend. Remember to set some goals for yourself. Set some goals for yourself, some short-term, daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, quarterly, semi-annually, 3 years out, 5 years out, 20 years out. So make the big long timeline, and then do your hourly and do your daily goals. So there's little ones that you pick away at, chunk them from day to day, and then Make sure you continue doing that, and then you'll find, whoa, I and write it all down. You see, I got all these pieces of papers on here with a whole bunch of stuff on it. Like a whole bunch of different things are on here. I got papers everywhere writing down. I got books writing down. I love writing everything down. I just love writing everything down. It's just fun. And then you can, well, I did that. That's just me. Maybe if you don't want to write things down, you don't have to write things down. But the lost art of writing, we're going on this computer thing out here. I'm not going to type on there because I don't know what will happen. But keyboard warriors, why don't we turn to get the pen to the paper? Write. Maybe you can actually write a letter to somebody, like a handwritten letter. Do we know how to handwrite? Do we know how to print? What about calligraphy? I can remember my calligraphy of how to do that from calligraphy class, which is kind of cool. But yeah, keep the art of writing going. Teach your kids how to write. Handwriting plus printing. And then you can even do calligraphy class with them if you want, because it's going to be a lost art of learning how to write. It's all going to be robotic stuff going forward here now, folks. That's my take on that. That's so beautiful. We're entering the robot age where everybody's like turning into a robot. The electronic age, the robot age. I'm embracing it the best I can. Some things I don't agree with that are happening, but I wouldn't be able to have my own show on here if this wasn't happening as well. So that's quite fine and dandy. That'll be fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candied Christmas. We're barely getting through tomorrow. All right, that's it. Enough of your singing. Your singing's not that good. I don't know why you continually do it. I find it fun, so why not? Am I being tested, or am I being graded on my singing technique? No, so that's good. No problem. All right, a little bit of water before I go. Carrying it on a little bit more. We're up to 22 minutes now. Oh. We're going to get into different segmented topics here. Once we're done this book of Revelation, we'll get into other topics, and I'll just throw some, and then we still have to do the Old Testament yet. We finished the New Testament in probably be about 150 days. Then the Old Testament, we'll see when we'll go into that baby as well. The Old Testament. We go to the Old Testament and you do the New Testament. You do New Testament, we do the Old Testament. All right. That's a wrap, folks. May God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. May God bless your family. May God bless your friends. May God bless your business organization. May God bless your community or association, your city, your town, your state, your province, your country, Canada. Canada back here. Canada, the United States of America, North America, Mexico. I'm quite partial to these areas because they're right where I live. May God bless the whole entire world. May God bless our government officials. People who are in government, may God bless them and work in their lives so they can continue to make decisions that are going to be helpful to humankind, moving helpful. All right, folks. Good night. I'm Coach Mike. This is the MDM show. It's Sunday night. Get a good sleep. It's 7:25 in the PM. Seems a lot later than that, but it's pretty good. Have a good night, folks. Have a good sleep. Relax for the rest of the evening. Maybe get some reading done. Remember to prepare for the next day. See what you got going on tomorrow. Prepare as much as you can for tomorrow so you're not stressed when you wake up in the morning running around with your head cut off. Preparation is awesome. Always prepare for the next day. Prepare your life for what's coming up next. Always prepare. Preventative, and have fun while you're doing it. If you're not having fun, there's an issue. Try to have some fun, folks. Try to have a little fun doing it, but not too much fun where you're going to get yourself into too much trouble. Remember at the beginning, trouble is not bad if the bad is good. Trouble is, so you have to be able to, and that's where the relationship with Jesus Christ comes in. That's where the relationship and the glory to God comes in. You'll be able to know right from wrong, good from evil, truth from lies. That's what we're here for, to find the truth. Who said, I am the truth, I am the life, and I am the way, and no one comes to the Father except through me? Jesus said that. We're in search of truth. The truth. There is the truth. You got your truth, but that's not the truth. That's just your opinion. Your truth is just who you are and your opinion. So there is the truth. There is the truth. Truth. And then people say this is my truth and that's your truth. But yeah, that is your truth because that's what your believe is, your belief your belief system is, or your personality or whatever. So that's, yeah, your truth is just your explanation of whatever your life is. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. Even if it's really going on, I guess it's, yeah, it is really happening, but it's not truth. It's not truth. Deeply embedded in the truth. Good night, folks. Have a good sleep. I'm Coach Mike. This is the MDM show. We'll catch you for episode 139 tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I'm heading deeper into the mountains tomorrow. I might have to do I got to find a way to do it tomorrow. I can't miss tomorrow. I got to have to find a Wi-Fi connection, but I'm going deeper into the mountains. So I'm hoping that I can find a Wi-Fi connection tomorrow. It's going to be coming from a different location because I'm going deep. I'll send you some pictures and some video about where I'm going tomorrow. It's one of the beautiful places that you can have a retreat and a getaway at. It's kind of remote, but it's beautiful, right in the mountains of Kananaskis country. Absolutely beautiful, excuse me. Absolutely beautiful scenery. I've never been to this place yet. However, I'm going to check it out tomorrow and they'll report back, and another place to go. Oh, yeah. And if you're looking for a corporate conference center, the Crossing where we're at here, conference center and retreat center, keep on booking, keep on calling. We got 27 guest rooms here. Some of them have, we can get 2-3 people in each room. Usually double occupancy. Double occupancy is the most we can have in each room. Sometimes we let 3 in a room if we want to try to pack them in. But 2 beautiful conference centers. You can do team building. You can do strategy. You can business build. You can strategize. You can get community associations building your committees out here. Anything you want to do where you got to collaborate with other human beings, you can just come out for relaxing getaway with your family, because we do that. 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, a small family can come out. So give us a call here. We can help you out. It's beautiful out here in the winter and the summer. They just had like an awesome fire down by the river in the snow and they loved it. And yeah, lots of stuff going on. Lots and lots and lots of stuff going on, folks. So give me a shout if you want to be a guest as well. That'll be fun. I can't wait to who's going to be my first guest. I can't wait to see who's going to line up to be the first guest on the MDM show. It's going to be very interesting. Very interesting to have the first live guest. Who's it going to be? I don't know. I guess we'll find out eventually, right? But I got to send out the memos. I just doing verbal memos. See if I can send out messages and emails here pretty quick. See if anybody dares get onto the MDM show as the first guest. I'd love to be the first. Well, yeah, that's me. I'm different than everybody else a little bit. I'm a little bit different if you haven't figured that one out. So good night, folks. Have a good sleep. Thanks for watching. We'll see you with episode 139. 139 days in a row, which isn't that much, really. That's just like, that's nothing. Good night. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye.